Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It's April the 22nd, 2021, and today the topic is Amazing God. Yeah, y'all, the word amazing just kind of flowed through my mind this morning now. It could be because of you. For a little while now, he's been calling me Amazing Miracle. And so perhaps that could be one of the reasons why this word amazing stood out of my mind. But yeah, I would say like last night and then even this morning, I kind of spent some time reflecting on, well, yes, how amazing God is, and then also like the amazing people that I've met over the past year of doing this. Um, you know, the amazing conversations that I've had. Uh, the amazing things God has done. And I mean, I guess even the amazing things that I've been able to do, in this season of quote unquote downtime. Uh, yeah, man. It, I mean, again, I don't know how everyone else is reflecting on these past couple of years, 2020 and 2021. But for me, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's been a blessing to put a lot of things in perspective for me. Um, thank you to you and thank you again for everything you do and for saying that, I'll be a great teacher and all that. Um, and I feel like I've been able to sow some good seeds into the students thus far. I know I kind of talked to the lady that's running the program and she said some amazing things yesterday. Um, not only with the kids and, I guess things that they've said of me, but then also like some things that they would like to like help me with my business endeavors. And so I'm like, hey, if or when all those things happen, I mean that would truly be another miracle, another amazing thing. Um, but I mean, obviously, I'm not going to speak too much on it at the moment. But yeah, I mean, so again, I've been just kind of reflecting over all the things, and so again, maybe this is why the word amazing uh flowed through my mind this morning. But the interesting thing is, so I did my routine. I did do the routine and everything like that. And when I got done with that, it's like I started to look up verses, but then I reminded myself, like, wait a minute, I didn't even do my prayer meditation. So I almost forgot to do the prayer meditation because I was already kind of thinking about this word amazing and everything like that. And the interesting thing is when I started the Soul Space app and started to do my prayer meditation, it started off saying just these very convicting words of, hey, remind yourself of why you decided to do this. Hey, remind yourself to be intentional in this moment and not be distracted. It's pretty much was like not be distracted, which is very, very interesting, because I've been having some distracted prayers and even to the point where today I almost forgot to do it, which is, you know what I mean? So it's just very interesting that it all came together. It's like, because obviously, I'm sure that the people that create this app, right, and that create this meditation, this daily meditation, don't know me. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way they can know me to tell me to be intentional about this moment. Um, so it's just God, And at the end of the day, I guess that also had me reflecting on. So okay, so I did my prayer meditation, and then eventually I started to look up verses again. And this time I decided to focus on amazing God because at first I looked up amazing and then I started looking up like amazing people. Um But then I, eventually just focused on amazing God, and that's of course where I got more revelation, more verses or whatnot. Um, yeah, there was something I was about to tell you about that. My apologies. But anywho, perhaps it's time for me to just get straight to it. So let me go ahead and share with these verses with you all. So the first verse I want to share with you all that stood out to me this morning was Isaiah 45 and 18. It says, "For thus says the Lord who created the heavens, he is God." It says in parentheses. Then it says, "Who formed the earth and made it." Then it has parentheses that say, "He established it. He did not create it empty. He formed it to be inhabited." And then it says, "I am the Lord and there is no other." I guess that kind of leads me to what I was getting ready to say a moment ago. So thank you, Lord, for the reminder. Um, One thing I reflected on this morning as I was writing down these verses is the narrative that these words aren't true. Um, the narrative that makes, I mean, I can't lie, I'm human too, so when you hear other people's perspective, it does make you question, or at least it makes me question, things. Not to the point where I don't believe that there's God and that I don't believe that the Bible is true, but it does make you wonder if it is. Um, and then so today I allow myself to kind of reflect on that and to consider that, well, what if it's not? You know, and I guess my thing is this is a lot of information and words and prophecies, and it's a lot of things to be created for it not to be, and not even just the Bible, but the historical writings and whatnot that confirms that there was Jesus. So um outside of the Bible. So it's, I mean, but then again, I mean, I guess, if you could also question everything in history and be like, well, did anything happen? Did any of this, is any of this stuff real? You know, I, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's a little deep this morning, deeper than I was planning on going in the juice right now. Um, but I mean, I'm just sharing with you guys like some of the thoughts that crossed my mind. And I guess for me, I just feel like that will be a whole lot for somebody to make up. And then it's like, well, who made it up? And then like, so what, did a bunch of people get together and make it up? Like, and then at the end of the day, I'm like, well, when it comes to these other thoughts and beliefs, I mean, I guess the same can be said. Um, I guess the only difference is like the prophecies, right? Or the things that you see around you that is clearly biblical. You know what I mean? Like, um, and then again the acknowledgement of Jesus the man. um that's a lot to think about, but hey, I'm just going to share with you guys what the Bible say. Now John 1 and 3 says, "All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made." um Speaking of that, I mean, I guess the interesting thing is, it's like everybody is cool with God, right? Like they like the idea of God. Now some don't like the idea of Jesus. Some don't like the idea of what Jesus represents and what Jesus said, I guess. Um, and then some don't want to refer to God at all. They want to just call it anything else but God. Um, for example, the universe. I saw that today. I want to say as I spoke probably this morning or yesterday. I don't know. At some point, I saw somebody referring to the universe. And I just was like, so you rather say that the universe is aligning things and blessing you or whatever the case is, rather than say God is doing it. Um, that type of thing. And no judgment. You know what I'm saying? Do say what say whatever you want to say. God free will, whatever, whatever. I'm just saying, for me, as I see something like that, it's like, I mean, um, I just find it interesting. I guess that's my thing. I just find it interesting that so instead of saying that it was God, we rather say it was anything else. Um, but then at the end of the day, what is the universe? Um, now I did look up the definition briefly. I did not get it for you guys today, so if you need to know what it is, by all means, put it in your Go Deeper section so you guys can look up that definition of what the world say the universe is. But from what I remember, I mean, they're referring to like the stars and all the the planets and the solar system and everything like that. So it's like, okay. I mean, for me, I still would ask the question, okay, well, where did all that come from? Like, and then at the end of the day, I haven't been in outer space, and I don't know who else has been or who I know personally. I don't know anybody personally who I've been. So you're believing that, I mean, all I know is I grew up and learned that Pluto was a planet, and now all of a sudden Pluto ain't no planet, and maybe there is no Pluto. I don't even know what they're teaching the kids now regarding that. But it's something along those lines as they demoted Pluto from being a planet. Um, and I guess the thing is, it's like, we're believing someone told us that there's all these planets, and we're believing it. Now, I mean, I can see the sun, I can see the moon, I can see stars. I can't say that I've seen a planet. Um, Now I'm trying to think if I ever had a telescope or something like that. Um, I don't think I've ever personally had a real telescope, and I'm trying to think, did I ever? Now I've been to like one of those conservatories or something like that, but I don't know if I've really looked at uh the stars with the telescope, not for real. Um, so maybe that'll be something interesting to do one day or whatnot. But as of right now, in 2021, I have not seen no planets. However, people say that there's planets out there. Maybe there's no Pluto anymore, and all these different things. But with all that being said, that's what the universe is, right? And so you're saying, or people say that the universe aligns things for them or whatever the case is, rather than saying that God did or does or whatever the case is. I don't know. I think it just goes back for me. It just goes back to say, hey, if something is created, that means that there was a creator. So if there are planets, how did they get there? If there are stars, how did they get there? If there's a universe, how did they get there? So, I mean, we can say that it was all by accident. We can say that it was all like just happened out of the blue. But that don't make sense, in my little humble opinion. But I don't know. Y'all could, hey, if somebody got a better explanation, whatever. But I guess I'll just continue to believe that it was created. And I guess if you're listening to the sound of my voice, perhaps you believe the same, or maybe I'm helping you to consider that. I don't know, but that's again much more deeper than I was planning on getting today. Now, speaking of that, Colossians 1:15 through 7 says, He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or outs. Here we go. Yeah, or out. Okay, I can't tell what I wrote, so my apologies. Or authorities. There we go. Thank you, Lord. Or authorities. All things were created through him and for him, and he is before all things, and in him all things hold together. This is the example of the universe, right? This is the example of what's going on and how we got here and all of that. Now, if you were, again, people can believe that or not. That's up to you. Um, but I mean, makes a little bit more sense to me than to think that there was nothing and then all of a sudden there's something and all of a sudden there's us. Like, I mean, I don't know, but it's just something to reflect on today. If you guys are ready to go deeper, and thought about this, then there are several verses and sections that I'm going to be, well, that is in the Go Deeper section for you all to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. um, one is kind of referring to Jesus and, his authority, if you want to put it like that. Uh, and then just some more amazing things that God does, and then an amazing perspective of God in Isaiah 40 that I'm sharing with you all. Well, nah, I'm sharing. I'm just putting it in the Go Deeper section and that you guys can take a look at and everything like that. That stood out to me this morning as I was doing my little study. Now, the Bible verse of today is Psalm 24 and 1. It says, "The earth is the Lord's, and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein." Man, I'm telling you, if I needed any confirmation of any of the things that the Lord said to me this morning, uh, you know, says right here, the earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof. I don't know. That's just something for y'all to think about. That is the Bible verse of the day. And that is the juice, friends. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. Pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow if the Lord's will. You guys know, already. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, Friday. That means a new episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show, is set in the queue. Going to be chit chatting with Summer Sim. She giving a powerful testimony. I've been saying that all week, y'all, but I'm telling you, if you had the time to listen, if you had the ears to hear, then I believe that you all will receive something tomorrow by watching her episode and hearing her testimony tomorrow at 7 on God, Sex, and Love Facebook, God, Sex, and Love YouTube, as well as eventually on GodSexandLove.com. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you, and bye-bye. And for my Facebook and YouTube people, at the show, oh, for you. Shout out to Shade Tree as well. I saw a comment from Shade Tree yesterday as well. Thank you for tuning in and commenting. I appreciate you all. I really, really do. Um, well, another amazing thing I was able to shout out yesterday. If you follow me on Instagram, Actress Miracle Sims, y'all, on Instagram or anything like that, then you guys will see my post. But basically, I let you all know that there is now a billboard in the Atlanta area that has my lovely face and GodSexandLove.com. Y'all try to get the word out about GSL. I was able to get a little time on this billboard. It's like one of those digital billboards. So shout out to Blip Billboards. I don't know if you all are familiar with that company, but and no, this isn't sponsored, but I just like shouting out things I use because other people can use it too, especially if you're like entrepreneurs or people that need to get your business out there, whatever the case is. It was affordable. It's really affordable. I chose a package. Well, it's not even a package. You get to kind of choose your own rate of what you would do daily. And I chose my own price and it's very affordable for me. And my circumstances of being a technically unemployed person right now that is, you know, just happen to be trying to find things to do throughout this whole situation. um and it's not that I have a whole lot or anything like that. It's just that I'm trying to use what I have wisely. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've been able to invest in myself in this season. And that's what it's about. Like in regards to the billboard, it's not about like me just trying to get clout or nothing. It's more so about like just getting the word out there about God, sex, and love. Um, because I feel like that, I have something good here that I am, trying to offer people. And again, all the amazing people that I've met throughout this process, the amazing interviews that have been had, the amazing conversations, panel discussions, girl chats, all the amazing things that I've been able to do, even with the podcast itself, and then, the journal, and all these things. So just trying to get the word more out there. So thank you to everybody that, supports me in any way, whether you like, comment, subscribed, any of the things that you all have done. Thank you so much. Shout out to the panel. You guys, again, I can have I can do this much in regards to say, okay, I can do this segment of the juice alone, but I can't have a panel discussion by myself. So I truly, truly appreciate those of you that have been consistent with being a voice and lending your voices to the conversations. I think everyone that has, saw value in GSL enough to be interviewed, and everything like that. And that's the thing, like, the more I think about my own career and my own like endeavors and stuff like that, I'm just like, I have to believe in the gift that God has given me, and I have to believe in myself enough to invest in myself. And that's all I'm pretty much doing at this point. You know what I mean? So yeah, I put out this billboard in the effort to hopefully get the word out about what I'm doing. Um, but again, at the end of the day, God has been blessing regardless. Like I'm not necessarily concerned about how many people view the show or how many people listen to the podcast and stuff like that. Because I feel like whoever is supposed to hear and see, they will hear and see. So it's not about numbers per se. Um, but it's just like I said, it's just more beneficial to get the word out there. And if I can do something to help the word get out and to hopefully help someone that needs to hear and see this, then that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? Like it's not about like just getting a whole bunch of people or getting a whole bunch of subscribers or whatever. It's about, hey, who needs this message? You know what I mean? At the end of the day, well, according to the word of God, all of us need this message. Um, and so, yeah, so thank you to those who have showed love about the billboard. I mean, so obviously the image that I put out is not the actual billboard. I'm going to go ahead and be honest about that. Um, I wanted to try to get a picture of the actual billboard, but I probably had to like camp out or something just to see, you know what I mean? And I have a son and stuff like that, and I didn't know if to get us out there and be sitting in the car trying to find a picture. And I was trying to tell some friends about it, just in case they were out and about and were able to see it. So I mean, maybe that could be a challenge as well. If someone actually gets the actual picture, then maybe I'll give you a gift or something. Send it to me and I'll give you a gift. Yeah, boom, there it is. That's the challenge. Yeah, if somebody actually sees the billboard and you take a picture of it and send it to me, I will send you a God, Sex, and Love gift. That could be a T-shirt. That could be anything. I got like a lot of different merch items that have been created. Um, so yeah, I'll send you a free gift and maybe even something else. We'll see, because I got several business endeavors. I got the wine, I got the nail polish. You know, I got the journals. I could, that could be something as well. So yeah. So let me know if you got anybody catches that billboard, then by all means, I will definitely send you something. And if you send it to me. And yeah. But thank you to those who have showed love, and uh or I guess are, congratulatory and everything like that. I appreciate that. And yep. And yeah, those of you that helped me spread the word in any way, thank you for sharing the profile. Thank you for sharing any information about me and the things I got going on. Thank you for being a part. Those of you guys that are being a part in any way. I was called out by my homeboy Tawheed. Yeah, I keep calling you. I'm calling you out, Tawheed. I was called out by him last week. He just was like, you know, you should put out there more about the information that people can support you. And I just was like, well, I do have like ads and stuff on the podcast, but I don't tell you guys about it much. I mean, I shout it out every now and then, but yeah, you guys can support the podcast um monthly or whatever the case is, even just 99 cents. You can do 99 cents a month. You can do, like, I think it's 4.99 a month and then 9.99 a month. And I want to do, anybody that does 9.99 a month, I wanted to give away gifts every month. But I mean, the only one that's doing that right now is my mom, so she would win every gift every month if I started to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not fair, So we got to get some other people supporting, so then that way, it'll make sense for me to do gifts or whatever. But I mean, even if someone supported for 99, I mean for 99 cents a month, I'm cool with that. Like, um, it's possible. That's something that you all can do. You guys can look at godsexandlove.com, and it should be in the uh either in the podcast section or something like that, or there should be a link that says support us, and it should send you to that that link in order to support us monthly and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, obviously you can support by getting a journal, um or you can support by liking, subscribing, all that different stuff, watching what we do, commenting, and stuff like that. All of that stuff helps or whatever. And yeah, I mean, because there's a lot of ideas and things in the works, and of course, I want to be able to. I guess I do want to be able to bless other people, the others that are involved and stuff like that. The only one that's or the only people that are kind of getting compensated from this situation that I'm doing is the editors, to be honest with you. Everybody else that's been on the panel and stuff like that, I haven't been able to like bless them the way I want to. I want to say the first people I had on, I was able to give a gift to like the first interview, the couple that I interviewed for the first episode. I sent them a gift for being the first. But other than that, like everybody else is just taking out their time to uh be a part of these discussions and stuff like that. So I would love to be able to bless them in some way, for blessing me with their time and everything like that. But I mean, obviously, I guess but see, I just love the people that have been involved. I appreciate them for being involved, regardless of if I've been able to give them anything or not. Because at the end of the day, they see value in me and what I'm doing. Um, and I appreciate that. I truly, truly appreciate. Like, obviously, they see that this is a platform for them too. This is something that they can put their names out there. This is something like I said, I have no problem with shouting out businesses and other people and their endeavors and things they got going on. Because at the end of the day, I'm an entrepreneur too. I know how it is to be out here and you're trying to get your name out there, or you're trying to get your products out there, or you're trying to get your business endeavors out there, or whatever the case is. And so a lot of times collaborations isn't always about money. Like sometimes it's just about the partnership and coming together and and working together and making something happen. Like even yesterday, it was crazy how the situation happened and the live went out on me. But at the end of the day, if you notice, and this only had this is crazy, but long story short, you guys know I did an interview with this company called Romantic Blessings around Valentine's Day. And so when we did our live episode, I just happened to put his background on the image. Um, and every now and then I'll shout him out and shout, out their website and whatnot. But yesterday when the thing went out on me, his logo and his website was up for whatever that amount of time. And so that's promotion for them. You know what I mean? I don't know if anybody checked that out and went to their website and, X, Y, and Z. I don't know. But see, that's promotional. You know what I mean? Like, and I have no problem with that. At the end of the day, some people have issue or take issue with like partnering with people. And it's unfortunate because, it's just like so much more can get done when we work together. But for whatever reason, some people instead of working together, they rather like they feel like you're competition or something. At the end of the day, that's not how I operate. I try my best to like show myself or treat people the way I want to be treated and everything like that. I mean, I don't know why I'm sitting here talking so long to y'all today about all of this, but I mean, maybe somebody needs to hear it or whatever the case is. But yeah, it's just something to think about. And so, like I said, I've been just reflecting. I've been reflecting on the amazing people that I've met, the amazing conversations that we've had, and everything, and the amazing things that God has been able to do through me, with me, for me, um, in this season. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm thankful to people. Like it's amazing to me that I've had individuals interested in seeing me live do this. Like this is great. Like it's 4 or 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes not to say I have people that are disappointed or whatever, but I'll just say like my cousin, for example, yesterday, he's like, "Oh, I caught you live." You know what I mean? Like that means a lot that you want to actually see me live doing this or whatever the case is. And so I don't know. It's I don't know what you guys think about all of this, but for me, I'm amazed. I just feel blessed and I just thank God and yeah, that's it. That's it, y'all. I won't sit here and be long your time. I'm gonna go ahead and get the podcast out. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Look forward to talking to you all tomorrow. Bye bye.